Good morning. This is White Raptor News Ministries. I hope everybody's having a pleasant morning, pleasant day, whether at work, on the field, or at play. I hope that you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. All praise and glory to the Creator, the Spirit of truth, the living one, the omnipotent force that moves all things in place, the Almighty, the all you can see, the all you cannot see, the visible and invisible, the supreme, the eternal, the self-existing, the power that moves all things in place, the very force. Praise the one, for he has given you a soul, put it inside of a flesh suit, allowed it to be placed inside of a flesh suit, and be taught the ways of this world, be taught evil from good. So give praise. Here we're at Numbers 20. Water from the rock. In the first month, the whole Israelite community arrived at the desert of Zin, and they stayed at Kadesh. There Miriam died and was buried. Now there was no water for the community, and the people gathered in opposition to Moses and Aaron. They quarreled with Moses and said, "If only we had died when our brothers fell dead before the Lord. Why did you bring the Lord's community into this wilderness, that we and our livestock should die here? Why did you bring us up out of Egypt to this terrible place? It has no grain or fig, grapevines or pomegranates, and there is no water to drink." Well, if he'd brought you anywhere else, he wouldn't be able to perform miracles, right? Moses and Aaron went from the assembly to the entrance to the tent of meetings and fell face down. And the glory of the Lord appeared to them. And why is the word gory in the word glory? Because I tell you that the language is duality. Duality. That's why the word sin is in sincere. This is why the word jinn is in Gentile. This is why the word mage is in image. Because it's a split tongue language. The quicker you learn that, the faster you fall in line that the language you speak calls on demons, the faster you'll be able to repent for your ignorance and your unbelieving. Okay? It's imperative to your salvation. So, glory of the Lord appeared to them. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the staff, and you and your brothers Aaron gather the assembly together. Speak to the rock before their eyes, and it will pour out its water. You will bring water out of the rock for the community so that they and their livestock can drink." Now, I don't know if this really truly happened or not. That would be, again, one of these stories that I'd have to see that for my own eyes. Remember, we are in a supernatural world, and something does have the power, the ability to perform illusions and tricks like this. I've showed you that in many of my other lessons. So Moses took the staff from the Lord's presence, just as he commanded him. He and Aaron gathered the assembly together in front of the rock, and Moses said to them, "Listen, you rebels, must we bring you water out of this rock?" Then Moses raised his arm and struck the rock twice with his staff. Water gushed out, and the community and their livestock drank. Now, mind you, the presence of the Lord told Moses to strike the rock once, and Moses struck the rock twice. So he gets chewed out about that later on. But the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Because you did not trust in me enough to honor me as holy in the sights of the Israelites, you will not bring this community into the land I give them." You will not bring this community into the land I give them. This is where Moses is dismissed from the promised land. These were the waters of Meribah, where the Israelites quarreled with the Lord and where he was proved holy among them. Edom denies Israel's passage. Edom is the Edomite. Edom is Esau. Okay, so Edom denies Israel's passage. Moses sent messengers from Kadesh to the king of Edom, saying, "This is what your brother Israelite says. Your brother Israel says." So This is a beautiful connection between Gentile and Israel. This is what your brother Israel says. Your brother Jacob says. So anytime you use the word Jacob, you're in metaphor of speaking of Israel is Jacob. This is what your brother Jacob says. You know about all the hardships that have come on us. Our ancestors went down into Egypt, and we lived there for many years. The Egyptians mistreated us and our ancestors. But when we cried out to the Lord, he heard our cries and sent an angel and brought us out of Egypt into the desert. Now we are here at Kadesh, a town on the edge of your territory. Please let us pass through your country. We will not go through any field or vineyard or drink water from any well. We will travel along the king's highway and not turn to the right or to the left until we have passed through your territory. But Edom, the rotten piece of shit Egyptians are, said, you may not pass through here. If you try, we will march out and attack you with the sword. Now, why would the Spirit allow that? The Israelites replied, we will go along the main road, and if we or our livestock drink any of your water, we will pay for it. We only want to pass through on foot, nothing else. Again, he answered, you may not pass through. Then Edom came out against them with a large and powerful army. Since Edom refused to let them go through their territory, Israel turned away from them. So why didn't the Lord bless them there and say, hey, you know what? Let them pass through. They're just passing through. But they didn't. The death of Aaron, the whole Israelite community set out from Kadesh and came to Mount Or. At Mount Or, near the border of Edom, the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, Aaron will be gathered to his people. He will not enter the land I give the Israelites, because both of you rebelled against my command at the water of Meribah. Get Aaron and his son Eleazar and take them up Mount Hor. Remove Aaron's garments and put them on his son Eleazar, for Aaron will be gathered to his people. He will die there. Moses did as the Lord commanded. They went up Mount Hor in the sight of the whole community. Moses removed Aaron's garments and put them on his son Eleazar, and Aaron died there on top of the mountain. Then Moses and Eleazar came down from the mountain, and when the whole community learned that Aaron had died, all the Israelites mourned for him 30 days. Much love. This is White Raptor News Ministries.